Good day, everyone. Today, I will present the life and legacy of Jose P. Lacaba, a journey through art, activism, and realism. So, Jose Pete Lacaba is a renowned Filipino writer, poet, journalist, and activist. He is renowned Filipino writer, poet, journalist, and activist born in 1945 in Cagayan de Oro. He became a powerful voice during the martial law era, using his works to reflect his deep commitment to truth, justice, and Filipino identity. His literary pieces, combining eloquence and social consciousness, have made him an influential figure in both literature and activism. So why his life and works matter in Filipino literature and activism? So his works were the epitome of power of art as a tool for social change. During martial law, he used his voice to expose oppression and inspire resistance, often at great personal risk. His writing is a testament to the resilience of Filipino creativity in the face of adversity, and his contributions continue to inspire new generations of artists and activists to stand for truth and justice. So, the key themes of Lacaba's work includes artistry in writing and poetry. So his unique ability to blend creative expression with critical social commentary. So it is not just based on kanang what is written, but also based on his social standing or his own perspectives regarding the situations in the Philippines back during the martial law. Second is the advocacy during martial law, so his courage and role in resisting oppression through his writing during one of the darkest times in Philippine history. And the third one is influence on future generations. So, of course, the work of Lacaba that does not only record the past incidents during the martial law, but also serves as an influence or reference to what as a source of information of what has been happening during those times. So early life and family background. So he was born again on September 26, 1945 in Cagayan de Oro to a family that valued literature and the arts. So he is from the his family, his ancestry is a family of writers. So his father, Jose Manuel Lacaba, was from Bohol, and his mother, Fe Flores, was from Rizal. So Lacaba's younger brother, Emmanuel or Eman Lacaba, he is also a distinguished poet and activist, earning the title of Poet Warrior. Wow. So, their household nurtured Pete's early passion for writing and social issues, fostering a rich environment of intellectual and artistic pursuits. So, the Lakaba, yeah. So, they are also focused on writing and social issues. For the influences on activism, on writing and activism, so his upbringing instilled in him a strong sense of social responsibility and the passion for expressing the struggles of the Filipino people. So, dili lang kay tungod iyang parents kay exposed naman dyan sila sa writing and they are focused on the societal issues. Therefore, ang upbringing po siya is ang the way sa pagpadako sa iya is naka-instilled po sa iyaha kung paano to i-adapt or i-put into writing tong mga social issues na iyaha pong mga na experience or nasilayan during those times. So, he was deeply influenced by his family and early exposure to literature, and this upbringing instilled him a strong sense of social responsibility and fueled his desire to use writing as a tool for social change, focusing on the struggles of the Filipino people. So, writing career. During his high school years, Pete Lacaba began his literary journey by publishing short stories and poems in English in campus journals. So, si Lacaba, he began publishing short stories and poems in campus journals during his high school years, and then his professional career flourished at publications like Philippines Free Press and I think Asia Philippines Leader also, where he collaborated with the esteemed writers like Nick Joaquin. And then these experiences shape his style of literary journalism, blending factual reporting with narrative storytelling. Philippines Free Press and the Asia Philippine Leader. So these are the platforms that provided him with opportunities to collaborate with Ya. Mauna, ingunan ako ni siya ganina, no? So, publications. So, the pivotal milestone in Lacaba's career. So, ni-boom ang hiyang writing career due to his work titled Days of This Quiet, Nights of Rage, The First Quarter Storm, and related events. So, this work compiles his on-the-ground reports from the first quarter storm, a series of protests in the early 1970s that mark a significant period in the history. So, it is known for its vivid and insightful portrayal of the era's socio-political climate, making it an essential reference for understanding the protest movements of the 1960s and 70s. So these works, it offers vivid and insightful accounts of turbulent period in the Philippine history, and it remains a critical resource for understanding the social political climate of that era. Next is the role of journalism. So the task of the writer is to record what others erase when they erase the truth. So what do you mean by this? So, sa akong pagsabot and also according to the other kanang works nga nag-write regarding sa life kay Jose Lacaba, ang kuan daw, ang task sa writer is to record again what the other publications or other writers sees erase nila sa tinuod na account. So, let's say this is the primary source and then kanang nga source kay nanay na wala bitaw. So, in order to fill the gap of information, you have to rewrite it again. And when you say rewrite it again, of course, you have to include those informations that were extracted from the previous work. And then next is activism during martial law. So during martial law, Lacaba used this period marked the time widespread oppression. Okay, so this era, Lacaba used his writing to resist oppression, documenting the regime's injustices through essays, poetry, and articles. His work became a rallying cry for justice and human rights. Despite facing arrest and imprisonment, Lacaba remained steadfast in his commitment to exposing the truth. Kung si Jose Rizal through written works po na iyang gibuhat, same ra pod si Lacaba. However, si Lacaba kay napriso jud siya. I think there was also an incident where he was kidnapped due to his kanang writing bitaw niya nga gina-critic jud niya ang ang Marcos regime. So medyo medyo rough kayo ang iyahang life sa when it comes to his writing career. However, that does not prevent him to achieve more. So, napali Lacaba's work as a voice against repression and injustice. So, during this time, He used his writing as a powerful tool of resistance, so his work became a rallying cry. He documented the horror of martial law because during the martial law, it is deemed as a dark days in Philippine history. Kanaan naman dito ang grabe ang rise sa power sa mga law enforcers, sa mga sundalo, and then ang uban kay na siya, kanang very abusive when it comes to their power. So one of his famous or prominent work na is ang Prometheus, which symbolizes the resistance against tyranny. So writing protest poetry and essays na diri ang Prometheus Unbound. So his fearless criticism of the government through protest poetry and essays highlighted his dedication to justice even under the threat of censorship and imprisonment. So arrest, di ba na-mention ako ganina nga naprisa siya, and then I think there was also a kanang kauban niya nga writer nga napriso pod. I think nakalimot ko sa name pero kuan to katutong na report pod ni Mr. Kinalagan. So naapod siya in notable works, and then there's a quote saying, "Writing is not just an art, it is a responsibility to expose the truth and fight for justice." So of course, kung sila Lacaba pa, what is the purpose of writing? What is the sense of writing when you don't have a goal or a purpose? So therefore, you write because you wanted to tell the audience about something. You are trying to convey a message or spread awareness through them para pod ma-aware sila or mahatagan sila og kanang murag reason to fight for their rights because they were already ostracized back then sa Marcos regime. So yan, na-mention na dili yung notable works is Prometheus Unbound, symbolizing both personal and collective struggles against tyranny. Nibalik na siya, no? So naapod ang katong na-mention ako ka Days of this Quiet Nights of Rage. So kato siya kay mga collection pud siya aba kanang nag-reflect sa mga kanang stance bitaw ni Lacaba during the martial law. And then ang sa linawit pod nga katong mga western songs bitaw nga naapoy mga western songs, various essays, poems, mga collection to siya and screenplays nga naapoy kuan mga advocacy nga ginakuan niya naapoy siya mga advocacy nga gina-carry bitaw. Next is so writing is not just yan ako na nasa taas. Now for famous works, Days of this Quiet Nights of Rage collection of essays and poems reflects Lacaba's deep commitment to social justice and his early stance against the abuses of martial law. It captures the turmoil of the era, documenting the resilience and struggles of Filipino under Marcos regime. Na-mention ako ni ganina, no? Also the Salinawit, mga Western songs into Filipino, translating Western songs into Filipino. Tawag ato kay Salinawit. So his translations were not merely linguistic but also cultural, bringing the essence of these songs to Filipino audiences. And then ihang mga essays, poems, and screenplays. Okay, so so diri na siya na ay mga bridge the worlds of art and advocacy. So his writings does not only focus on artistic creations, but also expresses his political consciousness, offering social critique and raising awareness of issues that were close to his heart. So, naadto siya ginako advocate sa mga tao nga napod siya ma-reach nga goal. So, wala lang siya mind sa iyang self because he was concerned to his people or so to his kanang kapwa Pilipino. So, resilience and legacy. So, Lacaba's resilience, okay, nata diri. overcoming challenges including imprisonment and censorship, and continued advocacy through writing and public speaking. Then iyahang legacy is ang influence sa modern Filipino literature and activism. Tapos of course mga naka-receive po siya mga awards no, like Gawad Balagtas, Philippine National Book Award, Gawad CCP para sa Sining, Cultural Center of the Philippines, Premyo Tomas, nabalik na ko siya, Premyo Tomas Alburquerque, award. So Lacaba's resilience is evident in his ability to overcome censorship and imprisonment, continuing his advocacy through writing and public speaking. His influence on modern Filipino literature and activism is recognized through numerous awards. So here are the references nga gigamit nako ani nga presentation. So, naapa jud siya gipabilin nga nga notes si Lacaba, quote rather. So let us celebrate and continue the legacy of writers like Lacaba who used their voices for truth and justice. So in conclusion, Jose Pete Lacaba's life and legacy serve as a beacon for truth, justice, and resilience. His works inspire us to use our voices for positive change, and let us celebrate and carry forward the legacy of writers like Lacaba who stand unwavering in the face of adversity. So I hope you learned something, and I hope we will have the courage of Lacaba upon critiquing the administrations of our government right nowadays. Kay kuan sab atong daghan kita reklamo bahin sa atong government no, and they deserve to be critic because without without us nga or without those writers nga mo critic jud sa ilahang mga projects, sa ilahang mga decorum sa in public, dili po ta ma-aware sa ilahang mga achuchu burutse dira sa behind the camera. So that would be all. Thank you very much for listening.